Welcome to the Let's Talk Show. We care, we listen, and we try our best to help you guys out. I'm alongside my beautiful co-host, Shonda.
Y'all know what it is.
Isaiah.
What's good?
And myself.
So, let's just put it out there.
Okay.
First off, how y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Marvelous. No complaints on my end. It's a blessed day because I'm above ground. So, you know.
It's a blessed day for me.
Yes.
I'm living, rich, highly favored as usual.
Ooh. Okay.
That's right.
That's
So today, you guys, we have a couple of questions that I'm going to ask you guys about some things that's going on in the world. And I feel like they need our input on it. So the first thing is, how do you guys feel about privileged Americans versus minorities? So basically, how do you feel like someone is more privileged versus them not being privileged?
when things are handed to them,
but
and they're not working hard enough for.
To me, I feel like it's the level. It's the level of things. Because some people, I'm basically get this from what I heard somebody say, and they're up there.
Mm-hmm.
But they say don't look at people for what they have. That's because at that point it's looking like jealousy, no shade. It's like you're hating because you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Work harder.
Right.
You want a Benz because that person got to work harder.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're above you. That just means they're at a different level in life.
So do you think you would be able to take advice? Because I know it was a thing on social media going around that people were saying that the Kardashians should not have been talking about or giving advice about how to become a millionaire or how to get this business or that business when it was basically handed to them because their dad was an attorney.
Yeah.
Their mom is a great manager. Mm-hmm. So everybody was like they shouldn't speak on it, which me personally, I would take some advice from them, but as far as getting it out of the mud versus it being handed to me, I can't speak on that from them. Because they never was there to get it out the box. It was basically handed to them. Mm-hmm. Because you look at it, they come from money, so they're in money. Mm-hmm. If you didn't come from money, you don't know how it feels to be in money.
Mm-hmm. That's just like me. I have a business. I wish it was handed to me because I wouldn't have to work as much. Right. But since I had to work for it, I love it more.
I feel
because it wasn't handed. Because when people hand you things, they easily take it away from you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So basically with that, let's talk about a lot of what goes on in the world. A lot of the Karens. As people, you have Karens of every race, and a lot of people like to specifically place it upon one race. It's not. You have Karens everywhere. So, have you guys had an interaction, or have you been stereotyped before?
I have, because I have dreads. So a lot of people think that since I have dreads, I'm a game banger, or I'm gonna come off rough at them. And what's crazy to me is how you approach somebody. Right. So since I got dreads, somebody be like, "What's up, bro?" All that. But I'm not like that. Hey, how you doing?
So
But hold on, wait, because I do have a scenario on my end. So I don't know if this is a scenario, but I cheer. I used to cheer type E when I was in middle school, high school, and all that. People, would think I'm gay, but everybody should know I'm straight. So I don't know why the fuck you playing on me like that.
That is definitely a stereotype because you have a lot of people, and I have done this before. God forgive me, but I have done it before where you see a male or a female that looks more manly than she do feminine, or you see a male that's more feminine than he is male, and you automatically think that person is gay. Yeah. They're not. They just have those ways. Some of them have those tendencies and is gay or whatever, and they hide it because they don't want to express it to the world. So that is a stereotype. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing that happened to me one time, and I was just like, so
what, child?
I had got out of work one day. I was in my uniform. I had my duty uniform on. I had my duty belt on, with my gun, everything. So I'm in the Dollar Tree, happily minding my business. Yeah. You already know what the employees wear in the Dollar Tree. They wear the little green shirts, whatever. So I'm in there, you know what I'm saying, and the Dollar Tree was like a killer for me because they have it. Let me tell y'all something.
Everything that went up too.
It is. It's the Dollar Tree Plus. But back then it was just the Dollar Tree. So when I started working in Stevens County or whatever, I used to have to ride past Walmart and Dollar Tree like this so I wouldn't stop because they was getting all my money. Because I was going I found out they have the best socks. Don't y'all sleep on Dollar Tree. So I'm in there one day, minding my own little natural business. And I'm standing there, I can't remember exactly what aisle I was on, but I was looking at some stuff or whatever, and I was about to purchase something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, do I want this or do I not? This lady, Karen, that's what we're gonna say. Karen. You know, Karen, the ones that call the police on us, on us's. I'm not racist or anything or nothing like that. Let's put that out there. But she comes up to me, mind y'all. I have on a gray, bluish shirt and some 5'11" khaki pants and a duty belt that officers wear. And she comes up to me and she said, "Can you help me? I'm looking for such and such. And what hour would that be on?"
What you say then?
I'm looking at her like, "Do you see yourself?" So I'm still standing there and she was like,
"No, she didn't."
I was like, I'm standing there and I'm like, nah, am I being pranked? Like, is this a joke? Because I know this lady did not just snap at me. And so she was like, "Excuse me, do you not hear what I'm saying to you?" I said, "What?" And she was like, I said, "I don't work here, do you?" Mind you guys, I have on a shirt with the logo of where I work for DCS, my duty belt, and some pants. What Dollar Tree individual or employee gonna have all of this on in Dollar Tree? So she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just so sorry. I thought, no, you thought I worked here because I'm black. You thought I could. This is what you thought I could afford to do. Like, no, I am highly educated. I am very motivated. So why? No, not downplaying nobody that works there. But I was just like, did this lady just stereotype me because I'm black? Because that's basically what happened. And we deal with that as African Americans in the world every day because everybody stereotypes us and says all kind of stuff to us because they feel like they can. And the reason why I feel like they say they can, or whatever, is because how we allow each other to do that.
It's how we talk to each other.
Right. So they feel like we can.
Okay,
so,
we can do that, but you can't.
But that's the whole thing when it comes to basically the, as people call it, white privilege. You know what I'm saying? They say it's white privilege because they feel like because of what happened with our ancestors and this, that, and the third, that they can do that. And we face a lot of that animosity as far as officers go or any person in law enforcement or anything like that background. They automatically assume like I'm going to be treated this certain type of way. There are good officers out there. There are good people out there. Everybody is not bad. But at the end of the day, we should not be stereotyping nobody regardless of how they look, their gender, or, color, anything. But that's what happens in the world,
And then, like you said, speaking of Karen, I'm going to say one thing. It's this guy, his name's Scott Duncan. He was like a wrestling dad to me. And when I tell you, he was like one of the coolest guys. My first vehicle was a van. It was a van. I love my van to death. And it was from him. It was him. Mr. Scott Duck, I just want to thank you for giving me that vehicle. I thank them a lot, but I'm just thanking them again right here. So there are a lot of Karens out there, and for the good ones, like you said, we want to recognize the good ones, but for the bad ones, we don't care for you.
We really don't, because like I said, you're up here calling, the police or causing a ruckus for what reason? You know what I'm saying? If my skin color scares you, then baby, you need to reevaluate life. Because nobody's skin color scares me. We all, at the end of the day, we were all created by God. We all bleed the same thing, red. There's nothing wrong with anybody. You just see a black person or African American and you automatically assume, oh, that's a thug, that's a gangster. No, a lot of us are very highly educated and we are motivated for the change, but it's because of who they are and what they believe in. They don't, believe in that change. But change happens with everyone. And if we want change to come, we have to be a change. So if you're being stereotyped or if you ever dealt with that, of course it's going to make you mad, it's going to piss you off, but your self-control will control that situation. So if you give off angry to them because they're stereotyping you, then of course they're going to handle you in an angry manner and be like, okay, you the N-word that I see you as. Don't be like that.
Whoever angers you have control of you.
Don't let them you. Right. Say that again for
He who angers you has control of you.
Rashid Almond 101. Rashid Almond 101.
Yes.
So to the next.
I said, have you been stereotyped?
Yes, he said that was his cheerleader.
With my cheerleader.
Y'all forgive him. He had COVID brain.
We're gonna cut that off.
No, we're not. Because we just talked about this literally. But so to the next question. question. So there's this meme, or there's this, I'm gonna say this statement going around on the internet now about adults struggling with no kids. Is that a problem? They like, what the are you doing? Why or why not is that a problem? Do you feel like
it's a problem?
Why?
Nah, there you go.
Okay, so
my brain.
Like I was saying, so with people that are struggling with no kids and stuff like that, I don't know if it's y'all motivation or how y'all are determined to get. I don't know what it is, but I have this lovely little friend, you know, named Damien. He got a job like this in 2.5 seconds when he got down to Atlanta. That's him being determined to get a job. I feel like a lot of y'all just like to just sit on y'all butt or have that sympathy. Y'all want sympathy, as in like you want people to like know that you're down bad, and then you want to try to come up off of. You want somebody to help you. Nobody can't help you. You got to help yourself in order for people to help you. So other than that, all I can say is that's really your fault. You know
a lot of people who struggle typically have kids. So if you do not have kids, I feel like you should be a go-getter because you work a 9 to 5, a 10 to 6, and a 6 to 2. What you think, Shawty?
I don't feel like there's a problem. First of all, why you minding that person's business? Mm-hmm. Why you in their finances? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, a person, whether you are an adult with kids or without kids, you're struggling because for one, you got bills and they come faithfully. So you may be on a job that don't pay you enough to cover the bills that you have. You might have a mortgage, a car payment, car insurance, a phone. You gotta have gas. You gotta have food. Mm-hmm. You're not getting any kind of assistance, so you're basically living how you need to live to get by. Now, my thing about this, if I'm not gonna live paycheck to paycheck. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. Yeah. But if I'm struggling with a situation, that's because something has come up. I done had to use my savings. I done had to do this. But if my bills is paid, I don't care what you say about me and my struggle. I don't really care because, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather my bills be paid and me be comfortable in my struggle than for me to not have my bills paid, trying to live like the next person. So a lot of times people
that's what a lot of people lack at.
Right. A lot of people background on how they grew up is how they manage their money. Mm-hmm. So if your family grew up and you didn't manage your money properly, and your mom or your dad lived from paycheck to paycheck, and that's what you grew up around, that's how you gonna live.
No, but see, you could change that.
You can, but you have to get there.
But this is where you can This is where you can change it into generational wealth, where you could get one of your kids to go up. I already created my little brother Instagram page. Like, what I told my mom to make sure whatever he's good at the age he's coming up at, get him into it. I'm that little kid. I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. So I want to be that advocate for my little siblings to basically be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure my mom understand. Get one of my siblings to come up. Like, I wish I would have came up in cheer a long time ago because I feel like I would have been way more successful. But so I'm giving this advice to my little siblings, as in, if my little brother good at basketball, get him basketball now, so we can get him to that level where he's gonna be probably rich and probably help out the whole family.
You're hoping. You can't say this.
But this is not hoping. But there's. Let me say this one thing. There's this girl named Angel Rice. So we're gonna be interviewing her. So I hope y'all see this. There's this girl named Angel Rice, and this girl mom literally pushed that girl to the above and beyond, and now that girl got money, and she helps out the whole family.
But how did she get that money?
Because of the mom pushing.
No. What platform?
What you mean, her platform?
No, what platform?
She was a cheerleader.
What platform? But how did they see her as a cheerleader? Was it just was it just on
her
them
mom
going
trained
to?
Her.
No, was it just them going to a show, or was it social media?
No, her mom
No.
her into it.
But that's what I'm saying. What platforms is she on that got her the followers, that got her the money, that got her seen?
Her skills, her social media, Instagram.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, what you fail to realize is a lot of people didn't come up in the social media area. That's just something that happened. So again, what I was saying was those people that have these struggles, that live from paycheck to paycheck because of what they came from, that was because they didn't have the platform that's out there now to get up and do something and put forth their talent so that the world can see. Correct. They did what they did because of how they grew up. So that's what the thing is. times then versus now is totally different.
Because social media is a big platform.
Right, it's a lot of people that are my age. If we would have had the social media platform like they do now back then, a lot of us that are where we are now probably a lot further and millionaires because that platform. You guys have it easy.
Some people don't even.
But you guys have it easy.
But some people don't want that.
It doesn't matter. You guys have it easy.
I think about it like this because for me, everybody knows I'm like an old man, and TikTok came out. TikTok came out.
It
used to be called something else.
Yeah.
But it started bumping as a
musical.
It used to be Kick.
It was
musically.
Whatever the app was called.
Yeah.
It's bumping now, right? It's bumping now. So a lot of people that's on TikTok, as the ones that came from Instagram, such as myself, they didn't have a lot of followers. But as soon as they got on TikTok, now they living in mansions. They live in luxury.
Because it's that social media
but
platform.
But it's not easy for everybody.
It's not because, like I said, a lot of the people that were living like that, they had to get it out the mud, get where they are. They did it because they didn't want to live how they were.
Yeah.
But people that are adults that are struggling, they live how they were taught to live. Right. So they're trying to dig a hole, but it's like I dig this hole and here come another one falling back down. So, I feel like everybody, because of social media, everybody judges everybody and they want to put stipulations or their opinions on what somebody do. Nobody should be worried about nobody being an adult and if they're struggling. If they're struggling and they want to struggle, let them. That's their business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a way to help somebody, especially a friend or a family member that you know is living like this, help them. Help comes in the form of
be that friend
words.
And that hand.
Right. It comes in the word in the form of words. It does not have to be monetary. A lot of people feel like when I ask for help or you ask for help, you always ask for money. Yeah. No. Give me the wisdom that got you to where you are. Give me the knowledge that got you to where you are. Yeah. Put me in the circle of networking that you networked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why us as African Americans can't help pick somebody up. Like, we feel like if I give you this valuable information, you gonna get above me, and I'm not. I don't care.
But
when we get there, when us get there, we're going to help others like us because at the end of the day, I want everybody to win. I'm not about to hold what I know because I don't want you to get above me. And if you get there,
if you get above me, congratulations.
But this is a jealousy world.
It is. But I'm not jealous. I want to help everybody. I want to see everybody. And if I give you this plate of food and this networking and all this stuff and you don't do nothing with it, that's your fault you failed, not me. You're not going to say Shonda didn't help me and I failed or whatever because of her. No, you're going to fail because you didn't take what Shonda gave.
I always tell people, you don't have to give it to me, but put me in that atmosphere and let me go to work.
Let me eat.
I'm going to do it.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
You set a plate in front of me, trust me. I'm going to eat it.
That's it. It all comes down to, like Isaiah said, your determination, your motivation on what you want, your skill level on what you want to do. So if it's something that you want to do, stop sitting down. Don't wait till tomorrow. Get your pen, your paper, whatever you have, your device, and get to work. Like, come on, guys, let's put it out there. It's so much stuff now that we can go and get. It's out there, free stuff. Google Works.
Vision board.
People. Right, a vision board. That's your biggest thing. So we want everybody to accomplish their goals of 2022. 2022 is the season of moving. Let's move. Let's help. Let's build. Yes. That's it. Let's put that out there. This is our season to reap what we've sown, and that's a good way, not the bad way of reaping what you sown, because we ain't gonna get on that. That's a different topic for a different day. But
if your circle not willing to help you, change it.
That's it. That's the main thing. But that's gonna end the topic of today. Our discussion for today on the Let's Talk Show. So we want to thank you guys for joining us.
Yes. Woo! Remember, you guys, this is the Let's Talk Show. We care, we listen, we try best to help you guys.
Come back soon.